Welcome to the eSignal University video titled QuoTrek Basics. In this video, we'll go over the portfolio window, the chart window, scroll mode, looking up option symbols, and pulling up news. Since QuoTrek is based on a variety of handheld devices, the screens you see here may not completely match what you see on your device, but the interfaces will be similar. We'll be using an application that allows us to see what is on the screen of our docked Pocket PC device. To start things off, we'll go over the portfolio window we see here. QuoTrek currently allows you to store two different portfolios of 15 symbols each. To change between them, tap the QuoTrek menu, and then tap the portfolio you wish to switch to. Here we can see our second portfolio. To add, edit, or delete symbols in the portfolio list, tap the QuoTrek window, tap Edit Symbols, and then you can add symbols in the top area. Just tap in the Add box, and then type in the symbol you wish to add. Once your symbol is typed in, tap the Add button to add the symbol to your portfolio. To edit a symbol, for instance, if I wanted to move this symbol up the list, I could tap the symbol and tap on the up button. Or to move it down the list, I could tap the symbol and move it down. If I wanted to remove the symbol completely, let's say we wanted to remove AT&T from the list, I tap on the symbol and then tap the remove button. Once you're done with completing the changes to your portfolio window, tap on the close button to return. To edit the columns across the top, tap the QuoTrek menu, and then go to Edit Columns. From here on the left, we can see the list of available columns, and on the right is a list of columns that are currently in our portfolio. If we want to add a column, just simply tap the item you wish to add from the left side, and it'll be added to the right side. If you need to remove a column, tap the column you wish to remove, and then tap the Remove button. And again, you can move items up or down the list by using the up or down buttons at the bottom. Once you've completed the changes to the portfolio, tap the Close button to go back to the portfolio. Next, we'll go over charting. To pull up a chart in QuoTrek, tap the QuoTrek menu and select Charts. Here we can see a chart of Intel on a daily interval. To change symbols on a chart, tap the QuoTrek menu and select Change Symbol. From here, you can enter the new symbol that you wish to change to. Let's go ahead and go with Dell again. And then tap on the OK button to change symbols. You can change chart types on a chart by selecting the QuoTrek menu and then choosing one of the three chart types available. Let's go ahead and select a bar chart for now. And now we can see a bar chart of Dell. To change intervals on a QuoTrek chart, select the QuoTrek menu and then tap Change Interval. From here you can choose from any of 12 different intervals. Let's go ahead and select a 30-minute chart. The last item we'll review in QuoTrek charting is how to add, edit, or remove studies on a chart. Please keep in mind that the RIM BlackBerry device does not support the calculation of technical studies. To work with studies in QuoTrek, tap the QuoTrek menu and select Edit Studies. From here we can see a list of the studies that are currently on the chart. If we wish to add more studies, just tap the Add button and select one of the studies you wish to add. Let's go ahead and add some Bollinger Bands. We'll click on Close, And now we can see the Bollinger Bands have been added to the chart. Let's go back to the Edit Studies menu. If we wanted to remove an item from the list of studies, just go ahead and tap the item you wish to remove, and then tap the Remove button. If you wish to edit any of the settings for these studies, just select the item you wish to edit, tap the Edit button, and then enter in the new parameters. Once you typed in that new parameter, you can tap on the Close button and then close again, and that'll take you back to the chart. One item to note about these charts is if you have more than one non-price study in the bottom pane, you can cycle through the y-axis scaling by selecting the arrows at the bottom. I went ahead and tapped on the button, and you'll see the scaling for the RSI is now displayed on the y-axis. If I tap it again, you'll see the MACD displayed. Next we'll cover scroll mode. To access this feature, tap on the QuoTrek menu and then select scroll mode. The QuoTrek scroll mode displays detailed information about the symbols that traded most recently in your portfolio. It also displays a history of the last few symbols that were updated along the right-hand side. If your device supports it, you may see what we refer to as a thermometer. This meter is a graphical representation of the open and the last price in relation to the high and the low. The open is represented by a blue arrow, and the last price is the difference between the green and the red areas. Here we can see the Microsoft has a high of 26.95, a last of 26.88, and it's closest to the high, so the thermometer is mostly green. The open is 26.60, which is near the low, which was 26.55. With QuoTrek, you can also quickly look up option symbols and add them to your portfolio. To do this, go to the QuoTrek menu and select Options. Here you can enter in a symbol you wish to look up symbols for. Let's go ahead and look up IBM. We'll tap on the Go button, and a list of expiration months will come up. From here, we'll select March 2004, and the list of calls and puts will be displayed. If we wanted to add these to our portfolio so we can begin tracking them, we just simply need to tap on the items we wish to add. Lastly, we'll cover pulling up news in QuoTrek. To access headlines on your handheld, go to the QuoTrek menu, select News, and the real-time headlines will begin to stream in. If you need to access a story of those headlines, just tap on the headline once, and the story will appear. You can read through that story at your leisure. If you want to go back to the headlines, just click on QuoTrek and select Headlines. Thank you for joining us for this video on the basics of QuoTrek.